Executive Director, American Public Health Association past President, World Federation of Public Health Associations Washington, D.C. USA. WHO and Cooperation in International Health. The role of non-governmental organization and voluntary associations. Health for all. How familiar the slogan must be to all of you here today, all whose member states have committed themselves to this goal. Yet the latest evaluation of progress and implementing the strategy for achieving it shows that, while there have been advances, there is still considerable way to go. It is quite clear that political commitment alone is not enough. We need a knowledge base and technology. We need dedicated people and visionary leaders. And of course, we need money. No one responsible for a health system will admit that there are sufficient resources. We know that resources coming to the health sector are not likely to increase in any appreciable way. We shall have to look at how to increase the effectiveness and productivity of whatever we already have. Present at this Congress are some 10,000 health professionals who will be considering how to strengthen public health action. Recognition of the important contributions that non-governmental organizations can make goes back to the very origins of WHO. The basis of collaboration was laid by the founders of WHO. In July 1946, they unanimously agreed that the organization should work in close collaboration with national and international organizations and enshrined this principle in the Constitution. In 1948, the first 7 non-governmental organizations were admitted into official relations with WHO. Today there are 169 non-governmental organizations in official relations, among them the World Federation of Public Health Associations. In addition, WHO collaborates with many others on a time-limited basis for specific purposes. For example, in response to a natural or man-made disaster, when many organizations come together to give humanitarian assistance. An important impetus for increased collaboration came in 1978 from the International Conference on Primary Health Care held in Alma-Ata, USSR. The Declaration of Alma-Ata incorporates the innovative idea that non-governmental organizations have the same responsibility as international governmental organizations to promote and implement primary health care, the key to attaining health for all. Of particular interest is the resolution of the 42nd World Health Assembly on AIDS, addressed specifically to non-governmental organizations and to the need for a tripartite partnership to combat this dread disease between governments, intergovernmental and non-governmental organizations. By their very nature, non-governmental organizations tend to be less formal, in that they do not fall within the purview of government bureaucracy. Their areas of interest tend to be narrower and are therefore better defined. They have an ear for the voice and a hand on the pulse of the community in which they operate. For all these reasons, they are important in situations requiring access to the community, where person-to-person contact is critical. They serve as important sources of information for government. They serve as a conscience to stimulate government action in areas that have been neglected. Their experience can also contribute to curricula for local training, especially in fields such as management, which need to be closely related to the local context and culture. They can also take a special interest in measures which prevent unnecessary risks to women's health, and promote social, cultural, legal, and economic conditions which facilitate women's full participation in development. The inherent strength and potential of this World Federation of Public Health Associations lie in the cooperative nature of its membership. The national public health associations comprise a broad constituency drawn from both the public and the private sectors, from universities, and from teaching and research institutions. In many ways, the team spirit underlying this type of association was endorsed at the technical discussions which took place during the 38th World Health Assembly in 1985 on collaboration with non-governmental organizations and implementing the global strategy for health for all. By their definition, non-governmental organizations tend to be less formal, in that they do not fall within the purview of government bureaucracy. Their areas of interest tend to be narrower and are therefore better defined. They have an ear for the voice and a hand on the pulse of the community in which they operate. For all these reasons,